Right, I think I'm live. Welcome everyone. I thought I'd go live and do another one of these videos where we go and have a look around on eBay, hopefully find something out, hopefully find some useful information and learn some stuff. And I thought I'd go super niche this time and talk about Now albums. Now I've talked about these in the past, but I haven't done an in-depth video specifically about them that I remember anyway. So I am live. If you're watching live, you can pop into the side chat and say hello. If you want to look up things on eBay, find some listings, drop the number in. I can then search it and share it on here as well if you find an amazing listing. So I'll say a few quick hellos and then we'll crack on with this. So first in was Lincoln Seller, welcome. Then we've got Russell and Andrew. Joshy Likes Pizza, Chris, White Tigger, Quick Scams, Landshark Picker, lots and lots of people. Chris B, hi Chris, Stuart Hobbs, Ken, Big Mac, etc., etc. Loads and loads of people. So yeah, Now albums. I'm sure, certainly if you're here in the UK, you will have heard of Now albums. Now that's what I call music. They've been going since now. I'm not sure when it started. It was early 80s, wasn't it? This was the first Now album I ever had. This isn't my copy. But I had Now 4 on tape. I then had Now 8 on tape. I believe Now 4 was the first one they ever issued on CD. But I think it was only like one half of it. I think it was a single CD. We'll probably find that when I do these searches. The plan is to search for Now. I'm going to do vinyl, tapes, and CDs, and then press the magic sort by highest first button and just see what we can find out. So yeah, Now album set, that's a huge series in the UK. We've now passed 100 of these. So you can see this was number 4. We're now on, I think, 100 and, what are we on? 103, something like that. It's crazy. White Tigger says, I have a Now 15 up for sale. Yeah. What price have you listed that for? And it's on CD, I assume? White Tigger, just let me know. I've sold so many of these over the years. We used to have a media high street shop. I've bought and sold so many hundreds of these. Vinyl is an interesting market on Now albums. I'm going to start with that because it might surprise you. And if you've got in your mind $29.99, you've got it listed for. Okay, cool. 102. Okay, we're on Now 102, says Darren in the chat. Game Changer from North Carolina, USA. They did try and launch this series in America. I don't know if you're aware of it. I've actually had some of the American ones over here and sold those on the UK eBay because people are collecting those now. So I don't think it took off. So I think those were, issued in relatively small numbers. So that's what I'm going to do. With these videos, I tend to share an eBay page, do some searches. And then if you do some searches and you have an interesting item number, pop it in and I will search that as well. 103. Now 103 is due to come out next month. So that shows how long this series has been active. I was just saying, Game Changer, that I don't think the Now That's What I Call Music series really took off in America. But in the UK, it's huge and there's a massive collector's market for it. They have re-released the first Now albums on cassette and vinyl. Yes, they have. And on CD, I believe. Are tapes better than CDs, Nick? No, not really. How's the neck? It's better because I've been on Voltarol and painkillers, but it still hurts to turn that way. So, yeah. Okay, so I'm going to go into eBay. I'm going to start with vinyl. Let's have a look. It's really interesting with vinyl because when Now albums started, vinyl was the major format, so most were sold on vinyl. So Now 1, for example, which I had on vinyl not that long ago, is worth, I don't know, 10-12 pounds. But the later sort of mid-90s ones, when vinyl was on its way out, yeah, I'll show you. You might be surprised. So let me find the window and we'll have a look. So let me know if that's working. I'm just going to shrink this so I can still see the chat. So I'm just going to search Now That's What Vinyl. Okay, so I'm then going to do completed. Oh, I should have just done sold. Let's do solds. And then what we'll do is go highest price. And then if I zoom in, like so, it should be a bit easier for you to see. Hopefully, that's the idea. I can't seem to get rid of the side bit. There we go. Okay, so 1 to 20 sold at 150. So the early ones, this is what I'm saying. So this is now 1 through to now 20 sold. It's still a fairly good price, but that's £150. But when you get beyond sort of 20 and above, CD really took over. Here we go. Perfect example. Is it used? Yeah, it's used. So this is now 35 in 1996. By 1996, CD was outselling everything. So the cassettes were on the wane. Vinyl was kind of, they just weren't producing much because the demand wasn't there. So just this now 35 in 1996. So it's Spice Girls era, as you can see in the title there. Spice Girls came out in 96. That sold at $99.99. So if you're ever rummaging just about any album, if it's 50p or a pound, I'd pick up pretty much any. But these later, I think 20 and above, I think, and you're pretty safe. Let's see if I can zoom in. So who have we got there? Spice Girls, George Michael, Peter Andre, Baby Bird, You're Gorgeous. Love that era. So there you go. Let's see what else we can find. But to give you an idea, the CD of now 35 is probably only worth £1 or £2. So here's now 33. Again, sold for £100 plus shipping. That's even got its Virgin chart sticker on at $10.99. Crazy. And then we've got another one here to show the kind of contrast. So we've got now, so what is this? Is that now 19 LP vinyls? But they're the earlier ones, which sold more on vinyl, so they're common. It's all about what wasn't issued in big numbers. See if we can find, there's an interesting one. So we've got vinyl LPs 24 and 32. So again, we're getting into the mid-90s. Let's see when they came out. No, there's no dates. So yeah, we've got 24 and 32. Oh, I can't quite read the names. Meatloaf, U2, Hold Me, Thrill Me, Kiss Me, Kill Me. No, that was 95, I believe. That's when I was away at art college. Blur, Country House, yeah, it's 95. So 32 was 95. There you go, double LPs. And that pair sold for $62.52 on bids. So yeah, really take notice if you see now albums. I would say 20 and above. You can command some serious money, but we're talking vinyl. Do not get confused. These very ones we're looking at now on CD or tape would be worth a couple of quid. It's the fact that they're on vinyl, and vinyl was selling in such tiny numbers at this point. That's why they're worth the money. There's another collection of 10 earlier albums. You've got Now One, and then several others only achieve 53. See, 1995 again. So we've got Now 31. That's at 56.99. Now 30, 56.55. Crazy. So you can see the big jump in price when you get into the mid-90s. There's another one now, 28, just under £40. 28 again there, buy it now at 35. And then some early ones. You got, how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13, and 16. Wow, and that only got 32. So they undersold that. Yeah, that's unsold. and now 25. Why is there 4 LPs there? That's random. There's not 4 LPs on that, is there? Strange. So that's vinyl. Hopefully that will help one of you when you're rummaging in a record box one day and you can pick up one of those. So if I do tape, so remember we're searching highest price first. So here you have collection of, now that's what I call music tapes, 1 to 49. So we've got like 50 tapes or 49 tapes even, and it's sold at £115. So that's not a great deal. That's, yeah, a couple of pounds a tape. And it would take you a while to amass this. I have sold these individually over the years, but it's hardly worth bothering with. I think that's the way to do it if you're going to sell cassettes. But if you can pick them up here and there over time for, you know, 50p, it's kind of worth making a stack. Let's see what else we can find. So 1 to 20, and they got 87. Wow, that's a lot better, isn't it? They're only showing 8 in the picture. Oh yeah, there's a second picture. So 1 to 20, and they got £87, and these are cassettes. That's not too bad. Uh, 1 to 9, 42.67. I have done little runs of cassettes before, like little sequential runs, and that seemed to work really well. I think unless you're going to set your price and you do a big lot like this one, you're going to achieve less. Look, 52 tapes, and they got only just over £1 each with free shipping, so they got less than £1 each. Where's my spanners? Says Kelly. I don't know. Do you want a spanner? Sorry, I've been ignoring the chat. Have we got we've got trolls in. There you go. I've just made you a spanner. All right, Chris, here you go. We've got lots of trolls. Add moderator. Oh, Adrian's in. He's got a spanner already. Bum crack picker. Here you go. Oh, I think you're already a spanner. There you go. So that's cassettes. Again, I think if you can pick them up cheap enough, good Lord. Now 61 on tape, £31. Is that for real? Perhaps this is the same thing as vinyl. I guess they were issuing them on tape in such tiny numbers by this point. That's good to know. So later, much later tapes seem to be worth money. So it's £31. So when was this? James Blunt, You're Beautiful. Coldplay, Speed of Sound. When's that? Anyone know what year that is? James Blunt, You're Beautiful. That feels like it's sort of 2006 or something like that, is it? Last on cassette, says Dan. This was the last one on cassette. Ooh. Oasis, Lila, Razorlight Somewhere. Yeah, it feels like it's 2005. Oh, John's just said 2005. Yeah. 2007, 2002. Okay, everyone's just guessing now. That's good to know. Look at that, 31. Right, stick that in your memory banks, people. Now 61. Well, I've learned something. It's like anything. You want to find the thing that there isn't many of, but people are collecting. That's all this is. So with the vinyl, you want to go 20 and beyond. With cassettes, the higher the number, the better, right? Chris B, Razorlight, Somewhere Else, quality tune. Yeah, Razorlight were huge with that first album, weren't they? And then they kind of faded away. I think they've made a comeback recently, though. So there you go, tapes. There is a market, as you can see. The earlier ones, it looks like small bundles and set your price would be the way to go. The bigger the number, here's another good one. So that's 56. And they've gone at 25.99. So that was on bids as well. So I dare say on Buy It Now, you could have achieved more. That is good to know. So let's see what, so now 56. I can hardly read it. Justin Timberlake, Rock Your Body, Nickelback, Busted, Sleeping with the Light On. When is this? What's that, 2004? 2003? It's turning into a music quiz. Why don't I have a date on the back? That would make life so much easier. Hang on, there might be a date here. Here we go, here we go. Date. No. So blurry, I can't read it anyway. Anyway, that's interesting. Hi, Misha says, I didn't know Now was a big deal at all. That's cool. Yeah, if you've got the right stuff. I must say, you know, most cassettes aren't worth a great deal. I'm trying to focus on the stuff that is, the stuff you really want to pick up. Here's some really early ones, you see, which would have been issued in much bigger numbers on tape, so they're not worth a great deal. Those 5 achieved 22, which isn't bad if you can grab them at 50p again. But what we're learning is the later, see, 59 there, they got £20. Harder to find. So now if we complete the kind of, we've done vinyl, we've done cassette. So if we now do CD, and remember I'm searching this with the highest price first, and there it is, straight off the bat. Now 4. So the cassette I showed you earlier, which is quite common, the Now 4, worth at very best about a £5. This was the CD version. Oh, Krillin's just super chatted. Hi Rob, how are you doing? What about Just Can't Get Enough, new wave hits? Well, Depeche Mode would have been featured and were featured on a lot of these early albums. I'm going to need a magnifying glass to see if they're on Now 4. On Now 4 that I've got in my hand, you've got Paul McCartney, you've got Together in Electric Dreams, Giorgio Moroder, Phil Oakey, Never Ending Story, Limahl, oh, I can't talk, Culture Club, Heaven 17, can't see Depeche Mode on this one, Level 42, OMD. So what we were saying about Now albums, the first one, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, was Now 4. And they only issued like half the album on the CD, or it's certainly only a single CD album, isn't it? Let's have a look. Oh, come on. Oh, hang on. This is a complete set. That's why it's gone. I read that as just Now 4. So this, oh my goodness, that's the whole lot. Wow, £700. Okay, right. That's not just for Now 4. That's all I could see in the picture. Let's find out how much Now 4 goes for on its own. 549. Is that just Now 4? Oh, someone's just said, look at the prices for Minidisc. Now that's what I call music. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, here you go. So, yeah, as I was thinking, the early Now albums, I think it's the first couple, wasn't it, were issued on one disc. It's only 15 tracks. The cassette I've got in my hand, yeah, it's got 16 tracks on each cassette. So it's kind of half the album. So, and then they started producing them on doubles. So that's just the Now 4. And that has sold at 549. And that's not just completed, that has sold. You can see it's in green there. Another one at 500, another one at 450. Another one at £3.99, and you can see the original price of £11.99. Wow. £3.99, £3.85. Right, we should start dropping in price now and see some other stuff. This is interesting. This is worth knowing as well. The Millennium Collection, where they did an album per year. They didn't sell in big numbers. Again, that's what you want, something that didn't sell a lot of copies. That's what they look like. So that's now 1980, and then 81, 82, etc. These are well worth picking up. They've sold, how many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 20 of them there, and they got 299. Yeah. What's that? Lisa says, I've got now 44 on cassette somewhere. Look it up. Yeah. Should be worth something. Martin says they did USA Now albums too. Yeah, I've sold a few of those. I don't know if they're still doing it. It didn't really take off in America the same way it did in the UK. But yeah, these Millennium ones, as I was saying, I mean, obviously they've got the whole collection there of 20. I don't know if that's all of them, but it could well be. And they got £300. And then just your average Now albums. I sold a bundle for £100 not long ago and shipped it out to Italy on the GSP. Wow, they did well here. They got 220 by the look of it for this. Oh, they've got quite a few earlier ones. To make this worthwhile, you need to collect a big run like this. It's a lot of fiddling around, and I tend to find with Now albums, and if you start picking them up, you'll realize people, I don't know what it is about Now albums, but people don't look after them. So check the discs, because 9 times out of 10 they're either not in there or they're scratched to hell. So yeah, be warned. 10th anniversary, 1983 to 1994, £156. Interesting. You can see why people collect these, can't you? They just look so cool when you get a load together. So clearly that's a similar idea to the Millennium thing by the look of it. They're doing a whole year at a time, like to celebrate a whole year in music. So they've got, what's that for? That's 12, and they got 156. A few people have mentioned Minidiscs. We're going to do that at the end. I didn't even think to look up Minidiscs. I've never had a Now album on Minidisc. There's the Millennium ones again there, 140 they achieved on that. There's the special edition year ones again at 120. 8, 9, and 10, and now 86. They got £110 for that. Now, I had Now 8 on cassette. I got it free from Dixon's when I bought my first little boombox, which would have been in 1987. I got Now 8, which was this one here. God, these pictures are awful. So just for those 4, they achieved £100, one bid. So there you go. Hopefully some of that will stick in your head. There's an example of somebody who's just collected up, or it was their own collection, who knows, all of the bog standard CD albums that sold in their millions, which are not worth bothering with on their own. But you get a collection like this, and you can achieve fairly good money on it. They got £110 for that. Well, that's pretty good going. I can't remember how many I had, but I got £100 or thereabouts for a collection a while back. I can't remember how many individual albums it was, to be honest. So let's come out of this and we'll quickly do mini discs, because I've never looked that up. Oh, is mini disc all one word? It's not, is it? Let's try and let's see what comes up. Holy cow. Okay, now 44. Again, for example, now 44 on CD. Look it up. It'll be selling for like £1.50. On Minidisc, which clearly didn't sell in big numbers, 105. Wow. There's a question there. Sorry, I know I've been ignoring the chat. Kelly, hi, it says, any particular reason you chose Now albums to research tonight? I was looking in the boxes of cassettes and I pulled out this Now album that I showed you earlier, this Now 4, and was looking it up, and I thought I'd go live, basically. So yeah, what we're looking at, yeah, Minidisc. So this is Now 44. Is that yeah, it is a double. So 2 Minidiscs, £105. That is so good to know. So if you see that, you can safely spend some serious money on it and still make some profit. That's crazy. Pink Harpy says, I don't think I bought any Now CDs or tapes. I only bought a couple when I first got into music in the late 80s. The trouble with Now albums is they always have a load of crap on you don't want to listen to. Did they do anything on Laserdisc? Good question. We'll have a look in a minute. There's a bunch of Now videos. I think somebody else mentioned the videos earlier. Let's see what other Minidiscs are available. It says Now 43, sold at £93. Now 46, sold at £93. 47. So between 80 and 100 safely on most of these. Look at that. 45, 46. I guess there's a kind of short period of a couple of years when they did them on Minidisc, because Minidisc didn't stick around for long, did it? It kind of failed. To be honest, guys, if you see any pre-recorded Minidisc, they'll have value. You know, like an album by whoever. I had a Neil Diamond, was it, Minidisc a while back. It's the last one I sold, and that went for pretty good money. Looks like they're loose Minidiscs, £27. Again, loose there, still sold. There's a good example. What I was just saying, just band albums on Minidisc. What's the Story, Morning Glory, which I sold on cassette about a week ago for £10. Minidisc there, sold on bids at £26.60. Let's quickly try Laserdisc. No, nothing there. Video. So there, what have they got there? Now 20 on video and now 5. Wow, that's cool. Now that's Welcome Music 5 and now 20. So on VHS video, gone at £40. So worth picking up when you see them. It is still worth rummaging in those boxes of videos. Oh, Laserdisc. Okay, I didn't put it in as all one word as they've done. There you go. They did do Now Music on Laserdisc. That's the British Heart Foundation charity listing, and it's sold at £32.09. Let's try that again then. Let's try. Oops, that won't work. Let's try it all one word and see what comes up. Oh, just that one. Okay, fair enough. See what other videos there are. Okay, there's somebody who did a bundle. Well, it's not all Now stuff, is it? There's a Beautiful South one in there. And the Video Hits one. £21. Now Music 7 on VHS, gone at 15. There's that 5 on its own at 15. Now 18 for a £10. Yeah, so there you go, worth picking up. Good to know. Right, I'm going to stop there, I think. Well, it's good to see videos that are worth picking up. Most are headed to landfill, sadly. Right, let's come out of screen share, see if my voice is still in sync. Right, normally when I stop screen sharing after screen sharing for a while, I'm out of sync like some badly dubbed foreign film. Chris says laser disc players worth a lot more than discs. Oh, hi Lex. Hi Andrea, you finished streaming now? So if you're just coming in, I'm just about to wrap this up. We just did a little bit of research on Now albums. What we discovered, if you didn't already know, is that there is value in it. Most of the CDs aren't worth much unless you get a big bundle. The very early CDs, as in Now 4, Now 8, etc., can be worth eye-watering money. Cassettes aren't worth a great deal unless you have a sequential run or a big bundle. Or, what did we say, from about 25 onwards, cassettes into the 30s and 40s can be worth a lot. So have a rummage, pick them up. The videos, as we just saw, some are going for good money. But what I didn't realize, thanks to whoever suggested it, was Minidiscs. If you find a Now album on Minidisc, you're looking at a comfortable, what were they going for? In the 80s to 100. So there you go. Can't see if you're in sync because of the tash. It's not that big. Should I grow this out? Should I get a long wispy tash? It's not a good idea. Ian says, great topic, Nick. What's your best price Now album you sold? I don't know. I've had some of the fat box earlier number ones that I've never had a really valuable one. I think 30 odd pounds is about the most I've ever achieved. I've sold bundles for up to 100. Yeah, I've never found one of the big money makers. I should get one of these wispy moustaches. I think Andrea would not be impressed. Just scrolling back to read a few comments before I'll leave you all. Hugh Kelvin Morgan says, if Now 4 on CD, remember, is worth 500 at the moment, how much will it be in 5 years from now? Good question. Will it continue to rise? I can only assume it will. Aidan says, best Xbox games to look out for, 360 and 1. I mean, it's a video we could do. We could all, suggest some titles to look up and learn something. I'm so out of the loop with games these days. I used to run a gaming shop, and we came out when before PS4 and Xbox One came along, really, and my knowledge ceased then of what is worth money on current formats. So yeah, it'd be good to learn. Right, so I don't know if I am out of sync, but I'm going to wrap this up. Hopefully you learned something. If you didn't, I apologize. I still love buying media. I'm just about to list a load of bits and bobs that I took pictures of earlier. Nothing really exciting in there, but it's quick to list. It's quick to sell, hopefully, if you price it right, and it's easy to pack. So I do enjoy it. So there you go. I'm going to wrap this up. Let me know below if you're watching this after the fact. If you didn't get to catch it live, let me know what you thought. Let me know if you've ever had any luck with these Now albums, what your best sale was. There you go. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your questions, guys, and the help with the searches and suggestions. Daryl's just saying, let's just read this out. Now 4 on CD was a problem for Philips as they deteriorated, so are worth big money. Is that so? Interesting. Yeah, there you go. We're leaving on a fact. All right, thanks, guys. Take care, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.